top 25 clash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see, the number 25 team in the country, the Purdue Boilermakers, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Boilermakers ready to get this thing started and open the season. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense heads onto the field for the first possession of this game. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, and you get all the quotes, all the people talking about, all those blowhards on all the different networks, i.e. us, talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was.
Breaks into the open. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And that's what you're trying to do, not just in this game, but for the season. You're just trying to set the tone defensively, and they do that getting the sack. They feel good about their front 7 and all the athletes they have. It'll be fun to watch this unit for the rest of this game and see how they do in one-on-one situations.
The Irish send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. So Purdue's offense has the ball for the first time. This guy has all of the battle scars. He's got all of the trust of this team, David, as he has been their leader, their warhorse throughout his career.
Yeah, and we've seen him. He's been very productive. He's proven his worth in college football, but now he's taking his talents to a new team. And now he's got to show them what he's about. Great opportunity to start it off. Can he be the guy? Can he be the catalyst that takes this team to the next level?
He really is a guy you root for, too, I think, because he's waited his turn. He's found the right opportunity in the right situation. This is a guy everybody in the locker room absolutely loves. He has the ability to galvanize them and an opportunity to galvanize this fan base early in the season with a big game here right out of the gate.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. Pocket breaking down. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Makes a grab past the marker. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it in their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Let's take a minute and look big picture at Purdue. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
Leaves it with the running back. Pulled down after a pickup of 5, but they knocked that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Back to pass. He'll take a shot. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
Oh, my gosh. How do you drop that throw? My guy is wide open. That had 6 written all over it.
Got his man quickly. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. The Boilermakers getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Setting up the screen. Oh, what a cut! He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Touchdown, Purdue! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
My man, get him the ball. He will do the rest. Catches the football, walks into the end zone. Feed that man the rock.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. The give to the tailback. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down at 2nd and 6. Now on the option. Fights off a defender. And he never had a chance to get the pitch off on the option as he's tackled in the backfield.
And they run the option, and you could just tell, man, the timing of that wasn't set up well, and the quarterback looked a little bit clunky, and that play went absolutely nowhere.
He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away.
Number 15 in punt formation to kick it away.
He's got it. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Snags a quick pass on the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. The give from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Boilermakers in the hurry-up. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And it's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. Quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. He's inside the 40, at the 20. And he's going to take it all the way
safety who is the most dangerous guy on the field with the ball in his hands. Did you see that guy and his ability in the open field once he picked it off? There was nobody on offense even coming close to getting that guy down. What an athlete.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. Give to the running back. Hard running there. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
That pass is incomplete, but this has been a period in which the offenses have shined. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Slips through his hands and incomplete, and they had everything set up for the screen except the catch.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Keeps looking downfield. He's got an open man. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually. Keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
Just keep swinging it. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It has changed.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down, just thrown an incompletion, so third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Rushes on him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Boilermakers will try to pin them back with the punt and see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Offense in a bunch formation. Tight end now in motion. Running back searching for a hole. Got the first down, looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Receiver on the move, gets the touch pass. Finds some fresh air. He'll be forced out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Great job staying home by the defense there. Offense trying to go option. The QB keeps it, but you see the great assignment football. Everybody's staying where they're supposed to be, and they're able to rally to the quarterback and tackle him for a loss.
On third down, he drops to throw. Picked off.
And you don't see this very often. The big defensive linemen, you see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time, but how confusing is it, Palmer, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the highlight reel for sure.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Throws to the tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Handoff from the gun. He breaks a tackle. It's a fumble on the play. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about as a defensive player, but man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming, you really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
And they wrap him up, but not before. He gets enough on the catch for the first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Going deep. And they won't make the connection. Looking to make a big play there.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Oh, looked upfield too soon and dropped the football, and it'll be third down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. And the Boilermakers will snap it on first and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. The give out of the gun. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid... getting the pick.
And he makes another momentum-building play. His second interception in the first half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good beat on this offense and making plays early and often for his club.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for space. It's Young. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Got to get everybody on the same page in a hurry. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Smith. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offside. Defense.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. To the air on 2nd down. Throwing right. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give on the option. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
I think some people will get upset. What are you doing? Why are you throwing the football away? I'm in field goal range. I take a sack, it makes it a harder field goal. This is a great job by the quarterback, understanding the situation and throwing the football away.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
The Boilermakers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him! And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down. Motion from the back. Looking downfield on first down. He'll pull it down and run. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
The Boilermakers will snap it on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
This time he's got his man. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Going for 6. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Looking downfield, and time is running short. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Boilermakers!
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. So the offense has had enough. They'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And it's been an absolute clinic in fundamental defensive football so far. A total standoff with both teams refusing to give an inch. And I know this new era of football is about chucking it all over the yard and just outscoring the other team. But this game is a throwback, and to be honest, it's refreshing. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Ready to go here in the second half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger. We might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking to throw on 1st down. With the catch, it's Marshall. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This crowd knows when to bring it. Here's the handoff. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16. The Boilermakers want to pick up the tempo. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Makes the grab. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 11.
Well, I think the defense was even caught off guard on that one, guys. Not seeing the field goal unit trot out onto the field. They had a golden opportunity there to make a stop and get the ball back without surrendering any points. They couldn't do it, though, and now all of a sudden their backs are against the wall.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They feed him again. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offside.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
To the ground with the back. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carry.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Man, I do not want a guy that will dance. I want square shoulders to the line of scrimmage, take the snap, secure the football, play physical, and fall forward. Nice job by that running back getting the first down.
Using his feet. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. These fans raising the volume on second and goal. Quarterback wedging it in there on the quarterback sneak. Sneaks it into the end zone. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Here come the Irish, back on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
The inside handoff plows through the defense. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Snares it outside. It's Williams. Boy, the defense clamped down on that third down completion and didn't allow him to get forward at all.
You're right, Reese. Looked like they were anticipating a quick throw, and you saw everybody so alert, and they were able to rally to the ball.
The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And the Boilermakers can really attack on this second and short. grab near the marker. It's Payne. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Touch pass on the run. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get him nice positive gain.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Got his man. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And it's right down the boulevard. And that will extend their lead even further. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
They'll get this drive going from the 17. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Picked off, a turnover in their own end. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Here's a heat. Takes it the other way. He is run out of bounds right at the 10-yard line. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. The RPO, it's complete. Touchdown, Purdue! And the punishment has been extended.
Yeah, and how about this offense, man, putting another drive together, getting in the end zone. And here's the deal, going on the road, handling these conditions in game 1, they've done a phenomenal job.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Oklahoma is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display. They're up by 24 over Utah State. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Turning it on! The 30, the 20. Touchdown, Irish!
It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him,
And the defense comes up with a sack, but I think that penalty flag is going to wipe it out. It's going to be a first down for the offense. Defense in the neutral zone. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back. Here come the Irish back on offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Line getting set on second down. Back to pass. The short hands, it's Williams. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Honestly, it just looks like the defense has better players on the field, and that's really demonstrated itself throughout the course of the game. They've got more speed. They've been able to shut this offense down in every possible way, and even on that last one, not letting them get out of bounds. You got to be impressed with what you've seen by this defense.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. A strike downfield. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
Goes to the option. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Wants to go up top. Got it set up on the outside. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And that is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Handoff, keep working on that clock. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He's got it into the end zone. Touchdown, Boilermakers!
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the 4th quarter.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Notre Dame lines up quickly. Second down, they'll go to the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Gilbert. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. It's a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. 2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. That's caught. It's Gilbert. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. Gonna look downfield again. Here's the pressure. On the move at the 30. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. They'll try the run. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Looking deep. Connection to the right. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
And that's why you've got a lot of receivers on your hands team. Guys, the best hands on your team, so they're able to hop on there.
The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Boilermakers have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Across the 25, he's got room. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And the quarterback takes a knee. Not all close games are created equal, but